Hey there YouTubers, this is a review of a cheapy graphics card I got off Amazon. It is the GT 710 chip, I think. Oh no, GT 730 4GB graphics card. It's got some okay reviews. It has VGA, DVI and HDMI outputs, so you can run all three at once, I think. So that's quite good, 3 graphics cards. I got this one because it matches the attachments I have. I don't really want to have to change all my monitors and everything. And 4GB is a reasonable size. This is the old one it's replacing, which has been pretty good. I mean, this is very old actually, it's probably like 10 years old, this one. And I don't think the chip in this one is particularly modern, but this is a new item. Strange gapping on the contacts here, isn't there? And this one is continuous, but are they all in use? Maybe not. See the tracing on the circuit board there. Yes, it's on the other side. Oh, who knows? Hard to tell, isn't it? Anyway, a lot of good graphics cards just run off these ones here if there are times 1 PCIe. Anyway, let's stick it in, see if it works. Right, so have a look at the back here. So when you've got 3 sockets like this, all in a row, it doesn't really leave a lot of room to get the HDMI lead in if you wanted to use 3 monitors. It's going to have to be a very narrow HDMI fitting. Most of the ones I've seen have quite chunky lugs on the side. I mean, you could always trim those off with a Stanley knife or something to get it to fit, but there you go. Might not be as easy as you think to get 3 monitors connected to this. Well, it's been about an hour and I've finally got it to work. So what did I do? So I went to the NVIDIA website, downloaded the most recent version, and then that didn't work. So the latest driver that works, the most recent one, is that one there. So you need to go to the NVIDIA website and search for that specific driver. I probably just Google it, to be honest with you. So we're just going to run blah, blah, blah. Some people on the Amazon reviews have said that it doesn't have 4 gig of memory. So if you use GPU-Z, then it says 4 GB, but if you put in system information and look at that, and then you go to components, and then you go to display, and then it says adapter RAM, 1 million bytes, which I guess is 1 GB. So which to believe? Who knows? Yeah. So let's shut that down, and we'll do that. And we'll do this. Memory in GT 730. 2 GB. Typically 2 GB. Typically 4 GB. So that's the one I bought. That one there. Oh, it's disappeared now. There you go. So, well, let's open up this thing. This is what I actually bought it for. See how this works. So this is like a 3D. Now that's pretty good actually, because before when I used to zoom in, it would like get stuck about here, and no matter how much you zoomed, it wouldn't zoom in. So actually, that has vastly improved. Yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. So a big model. This is our site. Wow, that is so much quicker than my other one. See, the other one, when you got to about here, the zoom function would slow right down and you wouldn't be able to zoom in and out. And this one is lightning. You couldn't do that on the other one. It would kind of get stuck. Don't know why. So, yeah, all in all, this works 4 or 5 times better than my other one, or seems to. I did have a quick look on a comparison website, you know, where they compare the two. I think it's the same place as that tool came from with the weird spinny explodey thing, and they said that it's roughly between 2 and 3 times faster than this old one, which is really archaic. It's a 9500 GT. Has it got a date on it when it was made? No, it hasn't. Anyway, it's at least 10 years old. So there you go. Anyway, does it work? Yes, it works. Is it okay for what I want it for? Yes. Is it a good price? Maybe. If I'd had time, I would have got a second-hand one off eBay, I think. You can get a really chunky 4-monitor pro grade NVIDIA Quadro graphics card with 8 GB for about 30 quid more than I paid for this, which is probably like a 500 quid graphics card a couple of years ago. I would have definitely gone for that, but I couldn't get next day delivery. And my old card with all the crashing was doing my Sweden, so yeah, so anyway, there you go. But anyway, so I'm reasonably happy with it. I'm gonna get a cup of tea and watch some Star Trek, and thanks for watching. Cheerio, bye. So this is a soothing picture for you to look at while I talk about the trouble I had getting 2 monitors to work on this graphics card. So on that computer, as you can see, that I'm using, I've got 2 identical monitors. They're both quite old. One has VGA, the other one has DVI and VGA. DVI is the large white connector you can see on the back of the graphics card. Now, it was an absolute ball ache, excuse my French, to get the second monitor working. In fact, I didn't. I had to swap it out for another monitor with HDMI on it, which luckily I had lying around, and start using that. It was down to Windows 10. As you saw, we managed to get a working driver from NVIDIA, and on proper operating systems like Windows 7 or Windows XP, which actually work and allow you to operate You can download a standalone NVIDIA control panel, install it on your computer, and do what you want to do. In Windows 10, you need to use Microsoft Store. Microsoft Store on my version of Windows 10 doesn't work, and there's no way of fixing it as far as I can see. So I couldn't download the app I need in order to install NVIDIA control panel, and so therefore my monitor, which is perfectly good and will last another 20 years, is now unusable because it doesn't have an HDMI connector on it. Now I do have a converter, but I couldn't find it, so that's something you could try, but pretty narked overall really that a multi-billion pound profit organisation like Microsoft can't provide a operating system that works. Anyway, now I'm going to have a rant about the environment, so you might want to tune out if you want to stay a bit chirpy today. Bye. So these following images are courtesy of Al Jazeera, and they show pictures of the e-waste problem which is unfolding across the world. These are all of a country called Ghana in Africa, where they have huge illegal, well not illegal, just unregulated waste dumps, and this is where a lot of our electronic gear ends up. Quickest way to get a metal out of a complicated plastic item is to burn it, and quite often they just do that in heaps. Now this is relevant because the software problems which I've been describing, which are all on Microsoft, who make billions of pounds a year, hundreds of billions I think, and their inability to provide software which supports old hardware is driving this problem. Now you might think, well, hardware gets out of date and it doesn't work anymore and it gets old. Well, it's not really true, because you can use a 20-year-old PC with a Linux distribution just fine, and you don't have to throw it away. And if you go on the Microsoft website at the moment, you'll find you are constantly being driven to buying new computers, when most people have entirely serviceable computers sat in front of them. All it needs is an operating system on it which has been written for that piece of equipment, and you could just keep using it pretty much indefinitely. So, you know, these are the lives of the people that that decision is affecting, and they have early deaths, and it is not good for them, and Microsoft gets rich and these guys get ill. So there you go, rant over, sorry about that, bye.